Let's see if there's anyone here today. All right, guys. Anyone here? Let's see. I'm gonna do a later night show right now. Got a short one, maybe less than an hour long. We'll see though. We'll see how this one goes. So, welcome to my show. I'm back at my farm and want to do a late night show. See who's around. We had some fun discussing villains last night. Non-applicable. You're here. Lunchbox. Little Loner. The names I recognize. Sure, there's some of you that I know and I missed. Late night. So you don't sleep, do you? Non applicable. What is it, like 12 o'clock? That's not too bad. Hey, Scoob. How you guys doing? So we're just talking about Kona coffee here, Hawaiian coffee, and just random things. And let's see, what do we have for you guys today? What do we have for you guys today? Got some of that OG dark Hawaiian. I'm gonna try to do some 3 pounders. Non applicable. You got some of that. The last of our Katora, so that's good. Some white coffee there. Let's talk about the white coffee. Let's talk about trigonylene. So let's just talk about trigonylene instead of the white coffee. Let's just talk about trigonylene. So trigonylene, I'm learning how to talk about it. In rat studies, significantly modulated pain responses. Pretty interesting, right? Also improved skin, reduced inflammation in rats, lengthened life. I gotta look up how much it lengthened life. Increased muscle recovery, increased muscle strength, muscle tone. So NAD levels went up. So I mean, this is like almost like a miracle cure. That's for rats. Not going to cure anything in humans. Never even been tested. Well, I'm sure it's been tested somewhat. Let's see. So I'm sure it's been tested a little bit. And we have some giveaways here. Hamburger. How you guys doing? Think we're just gonna talk. My talks are always random, so it depends on you guys. I'm trying to talk about trigonylene. JD, late night. JD's also West Coast. So it's only 11. Feels like late night for me, but here we are. And let me see, what else do I got going on here? Sorry, camera's off. I'm actually just, I want to take a look at this. I want to see what else there is in trigonylene. So there's been a number, I'm just going to read this. There's been a number of animal preclinical studies investigating trigonylene, which is 1 to 3% of coffee. The findings are promising, like coffee and white coffee, but they are not sufficient to conclude the same effects occur in humans. But some of the main areas include pain modulation. Several rodent studies have reported reduced pain behavior in inflammatory and neuropathic pain models. Researchers have proposed that trigonylene may reduce neuroinflammation and influence pain signaling pathways, but the exact mechanism is still being studied. Neuroprotection. Trigonylene protects nerve cells, improves learning, memory, reduces damage, and I've noticed this. I mean, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. So it's obviously it doesn't work in humans. Diabetes and metabolism in diabetic rodents, trigonolene has been associated with low blood glucose, improved insulin sensitivity, and reduced oxidative stress. Liver and kidney protection. Some animals' experiments have shown protection against chemically induced liver and kidney injury. Cardiovascular protective effects. Potential benefits for lipid metabolism, vascular function. That's what ChatGPT says. Now, it it's not proven to do anything in humans, but if you got pet rats. No, I was just reading. I was reading about trigonolene. So hopefully you guys heard that about trigonolene. Yeah. So if you guys, I'll just give me one sec, guys. I'm just gonna enter that into the chat. This is what ChatGPT says about trigonolene. So for me, it's really exciting because like I want to feel healthy, and I definitely feel a lot healthier. Oh God, that's it. Too many. It's too big for the chat. So let me see what I can do here. I'm just gonna enter this what ChatGPT said about trigonolene for you guys regarding animal studies. Uh, right. And trigonolene is 1 to 3% of white coffee. So white coffee is like just loaded with this compound, and for me, the white coffee, I would say, almost makes me feel high. Did you win something there? Give me one sec, guys. I'm just trying to enter this into the chat, and it's a little bit hard to do. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's just forget about that. So, but that's trigonolene, right? Trigonolene is just amazing, and it makes you feel amazing. It's where the buzz in coffee comes from. It's where all of the benefits in coffee come from, and it's a little known compound in coffee that we don't think about. Most of it is roasted away by the time it becomes a dark roast, but coffee actually has a ton of it in it. It's the single most concentrated source. And again, trigonolene in rats hasn't been studied well in humans because no one even knows it really exists. People have been starting to study it, but in rats, what it fixes pain modulation, lower pain response, lower inflammation, neuroprotection. Um, it's almost like a nootropic. Can we say it's a nootropic? It really is a nootropic. And it's got to be used in moderation, like all nootropics. Also, it seems to suppress the appetite. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Definitely just very strong stuff. So if you guys are looking for something like that, I'm gonna maybe do some 2 ounce samples. You got to get the white coffee. It's yeah. I wonder how they like it. So the white coffee has a large amount of trigonolene, maybe 10 to 100 times more than regular coffee. And white coffee is just coffee that's roasted so light that it's still raw. So all of those compounds that are normally burned away from coffee are still in there. And maybe we should do a white coffee here, a white coffee sampler. So if you guys want to try some white coffee here, which is loaded with trigonolene, it's the next energy drink. It really is. It's like the next energy drink. It's I've been drinking it all the time these days, and I guess it'll kind of throw you off a little bit because it is just highly new. It acts on your brain a lot, so it definitely makes you think. You can, but I don't have them all together because I only have different things available at different times. So, so white Hawaiian trigonylene. This is the monster drink in a cup, and it's got all those. In rat studies, it did all that stuff to the rats. We're not rats, obviously. Well, not that obviously, but they are linked. So here's a $1 start on the trigonally if you guys want it. Not a very large audience today, so we may not get many bidders. Probably this is a waste of my time today, I think. Maybe I shouldn't be. No, no worries, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just here to tell you about trigonylene. In fact, I don't even want to sell anything. Let's just talk about trigonylene. It's apparently, in fact, what if maybe if I remove all my items, then they can't say I'm selling anything. So, you just keep this in the back of your head. Hamburger. That's maybe you'll win a giveaway. Did you win a giveaway? Hey, John Boy, how you doing? You gotta win a giveaway. So keep on entering these giveaways, and I just wanted to tell you guys about trigonylene. I've been good. I'm tired, so I think maybe I shouldn't have come on here tonight because I feel like I should just go to sleep. It'll be better tomorrow. Adamus, how's it selling? I saw you were way up there on the T boards the other day. Yeah, yeah, you were number 2 or 3 the other day. I've been falling behind. Can you tell us about your personal flavors? You mean like which one do I like the most? I think for me, I like to mix the white coffee with other coffees. I like to get a little bit of flavor, so I like to do a medium with the white. Um, what have you been up to, John Boy? Probably the same year, 1982. We're getting old. Used to be getting old. All right, let's see what I can do here. I just want to sell like a few. Let's give you guys some deals. Maybe you'll. I feel like we can't sell anything today. I'm just not feeling it. I gotta feel it. I gotta feel the sales. I'm just not feeling it. So working a lot. Moved. Sounds about the same. Sounds about right. There we go. Yeah, I don't. I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Let's see. What can we do? What can we do to drive a sale? We'll do some 3 pounders. Mm, can't do 3 pounds of Kona Estate now. 3 pounds, medium peaberry. All right, guys. This is a risk. It's just 2 pounds. This way, when you guys bid it for nothing, I won't lose a ton of money. All right, we got 2 pounds, guys. 2 pounds of medium peaberry here. What do you guys think? 2 pounds of medium peaberry at a $1 start. Here we go, guys. This is gonna kill me. I know it. I know it. Normally, 2 pounds of peaberry is what gonna be 180 bucks. And I'll do 2 pounds of light peaberry and 2 pounds of dark peaberry. All right, guys. I don't know. I'm scared. Who are we talking about, John Boy? Who said hi there? You remember Sarah Rocks? I don't. But hi. I'm gonna be on at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. I think. Maybe a little bit. I'm here, Arnie. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's only 8:22 on our end. So That's all right. We'll just all right. You guys ready then? Here's a chance for the late night crowd to get a steal. You guys ready? Well, first I'll do another giveaway. Give me a sec. It's okay, man. You don't have to feel bad if you don't buy anything. You're out there late, Arnie. Super late. How's the white coffee treating you? I'm curious. I feel like definitely you're at work. How can you be at work? You're on the East Coast, aren't you? You're in Atlanta? Email me later. Is that what you said? Haven't had it. All right. Well, I'm gonna do 2 pounds. 2 pounds of peaberry, guys. I'm gonna run this at an auction. So I'm just gonna see if I can get a few more people here and 2 pounds in an auction. I appreciate that hamburger. Yeah, just we had some fun before. We had this thing. I want to actually. Why don't we just do that? Are you guys heroes or villains? Who would you want to be? Heroes or villains? Here we go. Because I found out that actually most of you guys are villains in my last show. At least half of you guys are villains, and I think right now it's eight heroes and five villains. I'm trying to figure out which villain, or which hero would you be, and I figured out I would be Carnage. Like even the villains don't want to be around me. You were a hero, Carnage. Yep, I'm sick. Splinter, you're a hero. You're a teacher. You're like Professor X then. You're a good guy. Who would I be if it was a good person? Hmm. But what do you say? What do you say? Villains get laid. Heroes get laid too. But then heroes get married, right? You don't see villains getting married. That's a good point. Although all Carnage wanted was to find, reunite with his love, right? So that goes against the example where villains don't get married because Carnage and Kingpin. See, we got counter examples, right? But Carnage wasn't even really a villain. Carnage was just crazy. Like you villains wouldn't even want to be around Carnage. Apocalypse. How about Apocalypse? He was good, right? No, he wasn't good. All right, I got 45 people. Well, it's because they're victims, right? Villains are just victims who went too far, right? So they actually like Riddler. He was a victim. He wanted to fight corruption. The Joker wanted to fight corruption. So villains are villains the real heroes? I'm not. I'm not. I always thought Batman was a narcissist. I always thought Batman was a narcissist. I didn't like him. Do I think gay? No, I already told you my opinion on gay people is that they're here because my wife needs male friends, and so they're actually gifts to married people, gifts to guys like me, whose wives need friends, but the wives only want to hang out with guys. That's the other thing. What if they're not? See that doesn't happen. But your question, that's you mean are guys villains? Is that what you're asking? Steady throwing up burgers. There you go. Yeah. But I'm lucky because gay guys, once they get to know my wife, they don't like her. They're like, I remember now why we're gay. So, and I sympathize with them. um, she's a little overweight now. Yeah, she was not before, and then she got pregnant, and now a little bit, but she's still pretty cute. Well, we're not dating. We have a child. So it's different once you have a child, right? She was my ex-girlfriend and now she's my wife. I did along all she's still mad at me because a while ago I was like, yeah, I called her fat and now it's like I get shit about it every single day. Every single day. So all right, guys. We got four. She's stressed out. Stressed out from being pregnant. It's hard. All right, I think I'm gonna get in trouble if I keep answering your questions, steady throw up burgers. So I'm gonna ignore you. You're asking tough questions. You're asking tough questions. Whatever it is, it's my fault. You're a woman. Wow, I thought you were a guy for sure. But so you're like a guy who who identifies as a woman. There you go. Jesus thought eunuchs were special. They did. He did. It's in the Bible. I can show you the verse. He said eunuchs are special to God. So you got the Bible behind you. All right, guys. I just lost my audience. All right, guys, ready? I'm kind of like a black dude. See, I shouldn't have said that. You're getting me in trouble, guys. You're getting me in trouble. You're getting me in trouble. All right, we we got 2 pounds of medium pea berry. Let's do a $1 start. 2 pounds, guys. This is normally uh 2 pounds is like usually like 180 bucks or more. So I'm gonna give you guys a chance. $1 start, 2 pounds. Steady. You're gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna have to ban you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And it's not you. It's that if I start getting into the stuff you say, I'm screwed. So you're out. He's out. All right, guys. 2 pounds. 2 pounds. I'm gonna do a 2 pound of pea berry as well. I'm gonna do a 2 pound of pea berry, but there's 2 pounds of the Kona medium pea berry, guys. 2 pounds. I'm giving you a 2 pounder here. Normally, and if you went to the store out here, it's 56 bucks for 7 ounces. So I'm just desperate. I'm trying to make 300 more bucks today. So I'm running these, and we're just trying to make 300 more bucks today. That's my goal. You know my goals. At least I'm transparent. I'm a transparent. I do grow them, and I like running these longer things. But tonight, these late night things, usually I only come on here when I'm desperate and I need like an extra 300 bucks. So here it is. I do grow the coffee, but this coffee is coming off about 25 different farms because Peaberry is only 1%. I don't grow Mary Jane. I'm terrible at Mary Jane. This coffee is more valuable than gold. I'm a terrible weed grower. I'm sorry. All right, guys. It does come in dark, Arnie. I'll run 2 pounds of dark next, and I'll do 2 pounds of light. So I'm going to do 1 2 pounder of each of these peaberry roasts. The medium is maybe the best one for espresso. This is a $280 value here. 2 pounds, 2 pounds of peaberry. Long processing unit for 95 bucks. All right. Some of this is mine. Right, we contribute a little bit of pea berry to there. It takes 100 pounds of coffee to make 1 pound of pea berry. So some of our pea berry is in there. We're gonna try this with the dark pea berry, guys. Dark pea berry. Pea berry is the richest and densest beans that we have. They're 1% of our beans. They grow at the tips of the tree. It's like when a peanut takes over the entire fruit. Now, the dark roast, this one's the richest one of all of them. It's gonna be a dark chocolate caramel, extremely like just a rich, full-bodied coffee. The pea berry beans are twice as dense as the other beans. Man, the late night crowd, you guys, I've never had that before. It's felt like TikTok. I never had to ban someone on here. All right, guys, $1 start on 2 pounds of dark pea berry. I appreciate that, Beth. I think the only thing that's bad about this coffee is you got to listen to me, and sometimes I go off the deep end. I hope I'm not like that guy, whoever that guy was. That the guy who was a girl who said he was a girl. I think I'm a little bit like that, honestly, especially when I was younger. So I was a tool when I was younger. So my wife has good reason to hate me because I was a tool. I was like that. I was a little bit of a tool. You fake gay. I don't know. I don't need to fake anything. You had no bands. What do you sell, hamburger? All right, 2 pounds of dark pea berry, guys. Pea berry goes for 56 bucks for 7 ounces. And I'm giving you guys, I'm just trying to get $300 more in revenue. So I'm doing 2 pounds of the dark, 2 pounds of the medium, 2 pounds of the light. This is 56 bucks for 7 ounces. It does make your poop nice, really nice, strong poops. Clean, good digestion. Good digestion is a big deal. And 2 pounds of pea berry, guys. This is 2 full pounds. On our website, we'd be charging 180 bucks for it. I'm only doing one of these, especially the dark roast. Um, just the most dense beans out there. Highest grade of our beans. Rarest beans takes 100 pounds of coffee. 82 bucks, guys. That's This is 50% off. And not only that, once this pea berry, our couture is gone, and once pea berry is gone, it's gone for the rest of the year. All right, congratulations, Arnie. I don't need it. I just have numbers that I want to make by the end of each day. So you guys are all heroes here. Later, it's not a steal. It's just about right. I needed just about right. You didn't just tip me 300 bucks. Someone tipped me that some before, so I have this theory that Whatnot sells trends with gold prices because so many of the people here buy gold, right? And silver. And I feel like in the last 3 months, gold and silver have been going down. And I feel like the sales have been harder. I'm sure all those people who are buying gold and silver on Whatnot, watching gold prices collapse, are just like, oh my God, I just wasted all this money. So they're probably upset and like curled up in the ball and not spending money on Whatnot. All right, guys. Light pea berry is going to give you an extremely strong buzz. Last one here. And the light pea berry is probably the strongest of all the light roasts in terms of the buzz that it gives you. You get a fruitiness, and there's this honeyed finish to it. And all this pea berry was actually just roasted, was roasted today and tomorrow morning. So fresh as pea berry, you're going to be able to get anywhere. And this is my last one. This is the light pea berry. So this one is the fruitiest. You want to roast coffee light if you can, if it's good coffee. Good coffee should be roasted light, and this is just the highest grade coffee that there is. And if you guys are ready for it, here it is. This is my last Peaberry auction, guys. 2 pounds of Kona Peaberry Light. Let me just edit that. But 2 pounds of Kona Peaberry Light. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here it is. 2 pounds of the light Kona Peaberry. And and this is also just roasted. And this one will give you a really strong buzz, comparable to the white coffee, because the center of that peaberry is still white. Even though the outside has been lightly roasted, the center is still white, and it's going to be just extremely strong. It's the densest bean that we have. It's going to be very, very strong. You're going to be jumping off the walls on this. So you don't need that much of it, but it still tastes good. It tastes like peaberry. Yeah, I'm learning, anyone that tries, comes in and does that, I end up being in trouble. I like having fun a little bit too much, and you start making me say things, and then boom, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done forever. So I had to block them. I used to believe in free speech, but my free speech has just gotten myself in too much trouble, and it's always just because I'm trying to have fun with people like that, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Proud to be a nerd. I used to be a nerd, but I haven't touched a book in like 8 years now. I think I had a stroke. Steady flippers, you're out. You're out of here, steady flippers. I'm sorry, but I used to be into that, but it's no good. It doesn't help me. You're out. 5 seconds. How much do we get to? 83. All right, congratulations, guys. I just got to sell one more thing, and then I'm good. Yeah, they're out. They're out tonight. I don't know what's going on. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm attracting 100 shares. This is a more successful show than my normal shows. I just set that for myself. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. All right, guys. How about one more 2 pounder like that? I'm going to give you a chance to get 2 pounds of the extra fancy. I have to create that listing. 2 pounds, if you guys get, if I break, because I'm trying to go for revenue right now. I need to get above a certain revenue in my head. So if I'm breaking even on these, it's fine. So sometimes late night, guys, I will clear out some coffee like this. These are 19 screen, biggest beans in the world. The sweetest beans. Peaberry is a little bit more smooth, but these are the sweetest beans. These are the top 5% of our coffee beans. Kona coffee is 0.01% of the world's coffee. And we charge the same for this as Peaberry on our website, even though it's about 5% of the world's cost. So a little bit less, a little bit more available than the Peaberry. I'd say this one's the best one for espresso and the sweetest coffee, and it's the best one for showing off. Want to show off your coffee beans? This one's the one to get. Peaberry also you can show these off, but the Peaberry you got to show off to people who know coffee. Whereas for people who don't really know coffee, you show these beans off. You just show them this bean versus the beans they're buying in the store, and it's just ridiculously large. Here we go, $1 star, 2 pounds, guys. This is it. So whatever this goes for, whatever this goes for. I was afraid you were gone forever, Arnie, because I've been talking about New York City and how we have to put a fence around it and squeeze everyone and force them into communism. And I thought maybe, maybe I made Iron Sword and Arnie, be like, I don't want to talk to this guy anymore. But you're here. I I didn't mean it. I don't want you guys to be squeezed. I don't want you guys to die. No. I love you guys out there. I miss you guys. I don't know, guys. I don't know, Reverse Brick. Just this late night. You're in Atlanta. You're not in New York City. Okay, you're. I'm sorry, man. You gotta bookmark my other shows. I say some crazy. You work in. You don't even work in New York. I got 2 pounds of this dark, extra fancy. These are the biggest beans in the world. Massive, massive beans. I should even. You're still. You're still here. Are you in? Do I ship to Atlanta? I should have known that. All right. Well, I'm glad you got out of there. You need some 1 minute left, guys, at 47 bucks. No one cares about the extra fancy beans. These are these are also 108 bucks for 2 pounds. There's 2 full pounds. These are the biggest beans in the world. Awesome for espresso. You can show these beans off to your friends. I think this might be the last one. I'm afraid. Yeah, this one for 50 bucks. I'm definitely gonna be upset at myself. I won't be upset at you guys though. You guys deserve deals. Yeah, hamburger. Well, I do 2 ounce samples usually during the day, and I usually do them for like anywhere. You'll get a bunch for $1, and the rest of them will be $5 or so. But yeah, this is a 2 pounds, guys. Extra fancy beans, biggest beans in the world, smoothest, sweetest. Peaberry's the smoothest. This one's the sweetest. The bundles are hard for me because I don't roast everything. I only roast like I roast the Hawaiian, and then when I round the Hawaiian, I'll roast the estate. So I kind of have so I try to keep all my coffee less than a week old, and which is ridiculously fresh. But that's sort of one of the reasons why the coffee is so good when you guys drink it. So keeping it fresh is kind of part of how I keep the whatnot coffee good, and you know I don't want to I don't want to screw that up. And so if I start doing bundles, some of the coffee is gonna be old, some is gonna be not old. Lunchbox, you got me over my threshold. I appreciate it. So I think that'll be it. But I don't know if you guys have anything you guys want to talk about. When any of you need some therapy, I got a few more minutes here. So Lunchbox, you're gonna enjoy this coffee. Show this coffee out. Quincy, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Um, if you guys want some 6 ounce bags, I'll give you a break on them today. I usually do these for 25. How about I do them for 20? Do $5 off. This is like this is like late night sales, guys. Once in a while, I'll do this late night show. All right. Well, Jennifer, I hope things. I'm good, thanks. What were you looking for, Quincy? I don't smoke weed anymore. Hamburger. I used to eat a lot of weed, a lot, but I don't anymore because you grow but you don't smoke. That's what they all say, right? I'm terrible grower. Terrible. Actually, maybe you eat it like me. but I don't eat it anymore either. Although I did have a relapse. All right, I will admit that I had a relapse about 3 weeks. I picked up a vaporizer, one of those THC A vaporizers that you can just buy in the store, and I just went at it for 3 weeks, and after the first week, I just it doesn't do anything, and I feel like I just get tired, so I kind of don't mind quitting. But I used to be afraid, what would happen. Sort of like quitting coffee. I got all my antioxidants, all my anti-cancer stuff, all from weed. So I was like, where am I gonna get my fiber from? Coffee has 1.5 grams of fiber per serving per 8-ounce cup. So if you give up your coffee, you gotta ask yourself, where are you gonna get your fiber from? I also have this trigonylene coffee, right? The white coffee, and we were talking about this in the beginning of the show. In rat studies, white coffee modulated pain. It improved kidney, liver function. All the things you hear about coffee probably comes from trigonylene, but the human studies are inconclusive. So it's still, don't expect it to do anything. Some people have told me it doesn't do anything, but it definitely gives you a really strong buzz. And there's this mild hallucinogen in there. I'll do this at a dollar start, guys. 12-ounce bag, not even roasted yet. Will be roasted tomorrow. This is the white coffee. $1 start, no takers. This is a 12-ounce bag of the Hawaiian white coffee. Will be roasted tomorrow morning. So this is like a pre-buy, and then I'm gonna be able to send this out. Saturday is July 4th. I might be able to get this out tomorrow. Otherwise, you're gonna have to expect Monday is when it ships out. But the white, Sandon got me to do the white in Hawaiian. Nice. 23 is the sort of average price, so that is a good price. So why don't I give you guys another bag of that white for 23, and I'll run a dark. And the white coffee is, you can mix it with the dark and you're gonna feel it. Like, here's the thing with me, like, when I drink this coffee, at least when I first started drinking, like when you eat a painkiller, like when you stretch, all your muscles are itchy, and normally where it hurts, it's just itchy. That's what this made me feel like. So that's the kind of that's the feeling it gives you. Supreme Leader Sandon. Oh, so all the givvies are usually going to be a light, medium, or dark Hawaiian. Is it helping, Jennifer? That makes me feel good. So can't help you as a therapist, I guess, but if it helps with your gout, that's awesome. Yeah, it helps with my mental illness. I think it actually made my mental illness worse, though. I don't know, maybe. Okay, yes, let me do a dark roast, guys. I think it made my mental illness worse. That's definitely one side effect of the white coffee. I think I can attribute my relapse to the white coffee. So if you guys are like trying to quit anything, I don't suggest you get the white coffee. Dark coffee won't do that. So here we go. $1 start on the dark coffee here. Oh yeah, what kind you mean for gout? All right, only Box Club was gonna get this for a dollar. He's bidding against himself right now. He feels bad. He's bidding it up himself. There's no one else competing with him. Oh, there is. There's one person. So again, this is a $35 bag, but this is gonna be Hawaiian dark, also roasted this morning. So all of this Hawaiian coffee is just freshly roasted, freshest coffee you can get. 14 bucks. All right, I made a mistake, but first purchase. All right, then if that's your first purchase, you're getting it for my cost essentially. This coffee is expensive. It is. Yeah, I haven't been emphasizing how strong the white coffee is because I'm like a little bit afraid that the government's going to come and tell me that, I'm selling supplements or TikTok's gonna shut me. Like I got shut down on TikTok because I think I was telling people ginger will fix their canker sores. They still haven't told me why I got shut down. So I'm a little bit afraid. They got me. They got the fear in me, guys. I got a family to feed. That's all right, Box. I appreciate you picking up that bag. And it was your first purchase from me. So whatever, I know you'll be back. And you've never had a coffee this sweet or this smooth. You can always find us on the internet if we do get shut down. And this one does not taste like coffee. Remember that. This white coffee does not taste like coffee. So if you want if you're drinking coffee for the taste, you need to. I'm scared, hamburger. I'm scared. I can't take any risks. I had one person who threatened to report me. I had to like pay him off. It tastes like a corn tea. I shouldn't have told you guys that because now the rest of you guys now know how to get me to pay you off. I had to pay him like $50. I had to give them their money back. They had to keep the coffee. Then they bought something else, and then they want a refund on that. So I sent them the coffee and another refund, and then I had to give them another payment, and then they left me alone. I mean, it's my own fault. I was telling people this is like meth. I was telling people this is like fentanyl. And when she drank it, she was like, "This is nothing like that." And she got pissed. And I understand, she really thought this was like fentanyl, and then she tried it and it wasn't like fentanyl. That's my fault. I should not never have said that. So I deserved it. I did. So it's like I have to say in rat studies, it was my own fault. So I can tell you in rat studies, yeah, exactly. Maybe she was hoping to kick the fentanyl habit and it didn't work. And now she's pissed off at me. And legit, or she was withdrawing. Maybe she didn't buy her fentanyl. Maybe she bought this. So she spent her fentanyl money on this. And then she needed her fentanyl. And, I deserved it. But in rat studies, it's been shown that white coffee modulates pain, reduces neuroinflammation, improves liver and kidney function, improves learning, and increases age and mobility into older age. So, all right, guys, that's the white coffee. Anything else you guys want, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna go. I just only do a short show, and I'm gonna do a longer one tomorrow morning. Bookmark my shows. It's a good idea. I wanted to like call pain management um, places. Hey Nelson, how you doing? Did you get all your coffee yet? I got addicted to white coffee, Shanim. And when you get off of it, your muscles feel weak. You're gonna be depressed for a few days. It's not terrible. It's not bad, but it's definitely, it's kind of like quitting weed. I think. All right. If you guys have any last requests or anything you want to talk about, otherwise I'm gonna go. I had to block 2 people today. Not because I don't. It was really because they're. Yeah, I didn't want to hear them. I decided just gotta block people. You just gotta. Otherwise, you get yourself in trouble. You engage them, and then the stuff you say, even if you're just having fun, now you're in trouble because they now you're talking in this realm of banned things. And thanks for doing this coffee. I mean, and hamburger. Thanks for joining us. Sometimes my streams get a little crazy. Like the other day, we are talking about. I don't want to talk about it. The fancy white and the Hawaiian white. The fancy white is the highest grade of our coffee. Fancy is the grade, whereas white is the roast. So we have a white coffee in the fancy grade, and we also have this white coffee in the Hawaiian. So the fancy coffee has less than 1% defects. It's bigger beans. Fancy, extra fancy coffee has 19/64 of an inch or above, whereas Hawaiian coffee is 14/64 and above. So it's just a much bigger bean. You like the white? Awesome. Is it helping? I hope it's helping with the stuff you mentioned. Um, doesn't help everyone, but if it helps you, that's awesome. And I know non-applicable comes back for the insanity. It's a different form of insanity every day, I think. So this is really just my insanity on display. It's not too bad though. I've been banned enough times that I have some boundaries. All right, guys, bookmark my next show, 6 a.m. And thanks for coming back on, Quincy and Hamburger. Good to meet you for the first time. Death Doors. Hope you're well. Non-applicable. See you guys later. Joshua, I recognize your name too. Joshu, Josuhin. I'm not sure. Looks like Trader BEA is doing a mm, Josh. Oh, let's send you guys. I've been watching Baking with